go ahead and finish up Unit 23 in the OLS under Handwriting with 4 more sight words for your student to practice writing today. I've given you the links in previous recordings to find some songs to practice sight words, a link to play sight word bingo, and here is another link that I'm going to put within this recording, and this is to play sight word bingo online. This is a fun game to play with your student. Let's go ahead and preview how your student would play this game.
Oh.
So what your student would do is they would look through this bingo board to find the word the. Once they've located that word, they will click it. And then your student will see here at the bottom if they were correct. Then they will move on and find their next word, which was go. Have your student look through all of these words. If they're having trouble, say the word again. Go. Go. What does go start with? I know your student is working hard to learn their letter sounds, so once they hear that word go, they should be able to recognize that that starts with a G. That will help your student to look through these words and then be able to find that word that starts with the G. There it is. G. Oh, we hear that G sound at the beginning, that O at the end. Click it, and it will tell your student that they are correct. Then they will move into their next word, which was little. Again, help your student by sounding out that word. Little. What does that word start with? You're right, it starts with the letter L. So then look through these words and see if they can find the word that starts with that letter L. Well, here we have 2 words that start with L. We have one right up here in this square. And then we have another one here, so move into your next sound. L, I. What letter makes that I sound? Hopefully your student will say I, so that they automatically know that this must be the word little.
Not.
You can continue playing this game with your student. Again, online games are a wonderful tool to use when introducing sight words. All right, so let's write 4 more sight words to complete Unit 23. And the sight words we're writing today, I'll go ahead and put them up on top, are my, up, for, and 2. All right, so the same like we've been doing for all of our lessons in Unit 23. You will have your student practice writing these words on these lines. We are still using our Handwriting Without Tears lined paper, but in upcoming lessons, we are going to move into more traditional lined paper, and I will be sure to include a link so you know where you can find some more paper to print up. Of course, this Handwriting Without Tears is great to use when your student is first learning to write their letters, their words, their numbers, but eventually we want to move into a more traditional paper like we see in our notebooks, so that your student really knows where those letters should go and what lines they should be in between. So you'll write these words or you'll have your student write these words. Remember, if your student is really struggling with forming their letters, you could always dot these words for your student and then have them trace over it, and that would look a little bit like this for the word by. And then what your student would do is they would take their pencil and they would trace those dots. And you can use this if your student is having any trouble with forming their letters or with writing any of these words. So as you know, we'll continue with my across the paper. Remember that Y will go below that line. Then our next word, as you can see, is up. Up also has a letter P that will go below the line. Write that all the way across. Go to our next word, which is for. Make sure that F is above that line. And then our last word, which is the word to. And have them write that word all the way across as well. You will have a nice stack of words written out of all of these sight words that we've been practicing throughout Unit 23, and your student can go back and use this as a tool for practicing their sight words as well. Happy writing!